The book on your shelf, called the Bible, was never handed down in one piece. It's a library of texts, written across more than 1,000 years, by many different hands. Someone had to decide which scrolls counted as scripture and which ones didn't. That decision took centuries, arguments, and more than one council of bishops. Start with the oldest layer, the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy likely reached a fixed form first. Ancient Israelites treated these 5 scrolls with the highest possible authority. Even the Samaritans, who split from mainstream Judaism, kept only these 5 books as scripture. That split alone shows the canon was never one clean, agreed-upon list. Next came the prophets, a second bundle: Joshua, Judges, Samuel, Kings, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and more. These texts gained authority more gradually, through use in worship and public reading. By around 200 BCE, the Law and the Prophets were mostly settled among Jewish communities. But a third group, the writings, stayed fluid for centuries longer. Psalms, Proverbs, Job, Ruth, Esther, Daniel, and others floated in an undefined space. Some communities read Ecclesiastes as scripture, others debated whether it belonged at all. Meanwhile, in Alexandria, Egypt, Jewish scholars translated Hebrew scripture into Greek. This translation, the Septuagint, took shape gradually across the 3rd and 2nd centuries BCE. The Septuagint included extra books never found in the later Hebrew canon. Tobit, Judith, Wisdom of Solomon, and Maccabees appeared in Greek Jewish Bible. So already, 2 different collections of scripture existed side by side. Around this same era, the Dead Sea Scrolls were copied and hidden near Qumran. Those scrolls reveal a startling variety, multiple versions of the same biblical books. Some scrolls include hymns, community rules, and apocalyptic texts alongside familiar scripture. There was no single master copy. Scribes copied, edited, and expanded texts freely. A popular legend says a rabbinic council at Yavne, around 90 CE, closed the Hebrew canon. Most historians now doubt any such formal council ever issued an official closing decree. Instead, the Jewish canon likely solidified slowly, through consensus, not through one dramatic vote. By the time of the historian Josephus, around 90 CE, a stable list of 22 books was assumed. That count matches the 24 books Jewish tradition still recognizes as the Tanakh today. Meanwhile, a new set of writings was emerging: letters and stories about a Galilean teacher. early Christians shared letters from Paul and separate written accounts of Jesus' life. By the early 2nd century, dozens of Gospels circulated, not just 4. The Gospel of Thomas, Gospel of Peter, and Gospel of Mary were all read by some believers. Around 140 CE, a teacher named Marcion proposed the first Christian canon. Marcion rejected the entire Hebrew Bible and even trimmed and edited the letters of Paul. His radical, narrow list forced mainstream church leaders to define their own scripture in response. Bishops began arguing over which texts truly carried apostolic authority and which did not. A document called the Muratorian Fragment, from the late 2nd century, lists an early accepted set. It already includes 4 Gospels, Acts, and most of Paul's letters, but questions several other. For nearly 2 centuries, no single fixed list existed across every Christian community. Some regions accepted the Shepherd of Hermas as scripture. Others firmly rejected it. The historian Eusebius, writing around 320 CE, sorted texts into 3 categories. Accepted, disputed, and rejected, showing the boundaries were still actively being negotiated. Then, in 367 CE, Bishop Athanasius of Alexandria wrote his 39th Festal letter. In it, he listed exactly 27 New Testament books, matching what we use today. It's the earliest surviving document naming precisely that set, and no fewer, no more. Even then, Athanasius' list took decades to be adopted uniformly across the wider church. In 393 CE, a council at Hippo formally approved a full biblical canon. The Council of Carthage confirmed it again in 397 CE, pending Rome's agreement. Both councils included books like Wisdom and Maccabees, texts absent from the Hebrew Bible. Centuries later, the Reformation reopened the entire question all over again. Martin Luther, translating scripture into German, moved those extra books into a separate section. He called them the Apocrypha, useful for reading, but not equal to inspired scripture. Catholic bishops responded at the Council of Trent, formally reaffirming the wider, older canon. Eastern Orthodox churches kept an even broader set of texts as fully scriptural. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church today recognizes an especially large canon, over 80 books total. So depending which shelf you pull a Bible from, its contents can genuinely differ. Every printed Bible represents a specific tradition's answer to a very old argument. The book didn't fall from heaven pre-assembled. People argued, copied, and chose it into being. What we call the Bible is really many decisions, made across 1,000 years, bound as one.